How about spending just 1 or 2 more hours every day, right, for your part-time?
Retirement saving plans are currently structured, makes it very hard for younger people to put money aside, such as contribution. This is a little bit of US context, but then again, it's also a lot of time is us that we need to save. Unlike last time, their pension and stuff like that, the days are gone. So a lot of your savings are all voluntarily, but Malaysians' employment are pretty blessed because you are still considered lucky. Your employer do contribute your EPF for you. And some good companies give up to 19%, I think 17 or 19%, like big companies like Shell, like Ericsson, like big MNCs, they're paying very high for your savings. So it's a good thing. All right. So fraying of economy and also social safety nets over the past 40 plus years has left retirement saving vulnerable to emergency drawings. You can see like recent COVID cases, one COVID case in your family, just like one maybe COVID, you have to go and do all the swab tests. My family is fine. We have only 3, but can you imagine like family with 5 kids, right? I think Chanel, you have a lot to share on this. Yeah, I got to know as recently if base salary less than 5K, minimum 13%, more than 5K, 12%, which is a lot of monitoring compounding them monthly. Yeah, I know, right? I know it. I think he's talking about EPF as well.
Yeah,
Right?
he
EPF,
is.
right?
He is.
Yeah.
Because
A lot of
you imagine now your employer, right, on top of your salary, they still need to pay 12-13% to help you into your EPF. Actually, it's a very great thing. It's like people helping
Yeah.
you to do a regular savings every month.
Yeah. That's why like my husband is about 19, 19%.
Wow.
His company. Yeah.
Made you very
So
kaya. So
13
we're
to
talking about how to
12%.
plan for your future. Now that we know EPF, there's also news saying that people who retire after their job, very, very few of them, right, can last for 3 years. It's because all this while, if you have not built your financial literacy, you just think that, oh, all of a sudden I'm actually so rich. I am actually 1 million richer. So I go and plan, okay, I want to go for a holiday, I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house. Then there you go, within 2 or 3 years, there you go, all your EPF are done. And you're back to a square one.
By the way, right, if your EPF is above 1 million, you could actually take your extra money to invest in other vehicles. So something that you can go and check it out in a EPF. Your balance must always be above 1 million. Extra of that million, you can take and invest in other vehicles. So the question is now, can millennials retire, right? Let's have a look. Studies from I think out of 100, 26% actually says they hope that either their lottery ticket purchase will pay off or they will inherit the money and use for retirement saving. If you're lucky enough, you can inherit some money. So it's not very realistically to think towards this way. Many of them underperceive the cost of expenses after retirement. A lot of them thought they only need like 30,000, for example. But in actual fact, the calculation is about 50 over 1,000 per year. So it's about 20,000 below what they have planned, they initially planned. I think the conclusion is plan more better than plan less, right? So the next is millennials vastly underprepared for retirement because they are avoidance of the stock market. Our generation, we know stock market could give us a good yield, but then again, it's because of some of our relatives or some of our friends, our parents or parents' friends that we heard of that actually burn themselves really badly. So when it comes to our generation, right, a lot of us are quite wary about stock market and quite scared about stock market and sounds scary to go in. This wariness is understandable because of our experience, but it's also very detrimental, right? Because the opportunity is there and you did not go and grab the opportunity. So the stock market over a long haul has produced rate return of hovering around 10% in average. And those who start investing young benefited from those extra years. Many investment vehicle out there, which is safe and which is regulated, I would say, 10% is pretty high because many of us know that inflation is about 6%, 7%. Anything above that 10% is pretty good. Stock market is maybe a vehicle that you should go and study and you should go and learn about it. Self-investment is very important, very crucial. Next, how millennials invest. Millennials can sometimes be wary about investing, of course, like many of us. The availability of social media tools is making it easier and more comfortable for this age group to learn, which is very true. There's a lot of copy trades out there. You just need to follow someone that reasonably trustable. Then perhaps you can follow them and their copy trading and stuff like that.
I think Yvonne's husband and me, we are in certain copy trade kind of platform.
The thing is, I like practitioners rather than
Exactly.
good. So
Yeah,
it's
so I
dangerous.
think the copy trade is really good because not only that it saves your time, but you also knowing the analysis, listen to them, and if you feel good, then you can just copy their trade and actually go ahead with it.
The returns are pretty good.
I still remember last month we invited Ants come in to actually share with us about the RPS, the Renewable Preference Share, which right now is actually quite a hit in the market right now, whereby if anyone is actually looking for the passive income, yeah, rather than just invest into the normal share of a pre-IPO, we can actually go in as a RPS investor, which is in a way is a safer variety as well. So to me,
Yeah.
is we can actually go a few ways. Like if you think copy trade is a little bit risky, you can actually go for a conventional company kind of investment via RPS. After you know what they are doing, you can just go in as an investor and you get a fixed rate of income, which
Yep.
the income is pretty good. Like you get 1 to 3% every month. So can you imagine per annum how much it is? If let's say you want to really use it into the rule of 72, how many years can your investment actually double up? So that's actually more important. You got to have a plan here. So of course, our time and our grandparents and parents' time are different. Their time probably they will tell you to work hard, do hard savings, buy a property, buy this and buy that, maybe buy blue chip shares. But right now, when you open the share market listing, you really have no idea at all right now which one is still the valid blue chip anymore. This is the dilemma that a lot of people are having.
So then also millennials are approaching investing in an entirely different manner from their parents or grandparents. While baby boomers only put away an average of 11% for investing, millennials who can save put away as much as 18%. Yeah, I see a lot of actually younger generation. They really try to like live not frugal. They try to live average literacy. They know what is financial literacy all about. Hence, they know that just by putting away another maybe 9 to 10%, just maybe eat less 1, 2 good meals a month, they can actually accumulate more with the money. So yeah, nowadays millennials are pretty smart as well. They are now leveraging on social networking platforms, website, and mobile apps to do everything from following up, stock picking tips. I think me and Chanel does.
Congratulations to you all because you are watching us on social media as well. A big thumbs up
Yeah.
to you all first.
So today it takes only a few clicks on the app for millennials to review a prospectus, get advice, and even commit a fund, which is so true, right? There's so many platforms that we're using now. It's like just a few buttons, it's such a few clicks and log in and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Nowadays, you
So
want to buy
easy.
shares. You don't even need to
Yeah.
go through your reminder already. You just need to click
No.
on your stock trading app, few click away,
Yeah.
then you bought your stock. Yeah, the
I
only
know, right?
prerequisite is you got to have your savings. That's all. If you got enough savings,
Yeah.
then you can just buy anytime. Very easy.
Exactly. Oh, this is baby boomers. Yeah, they only spend
Ah.
2 hours reviewing their investment each month, whereas millennials dedicate up to about 7 hours a month for their investment. Because why? Because of financial literacy, because of social medias, because of a lot of platforms, a lot of technologies that allow a lot of AI, a lot of this kind of copy trade, allow them to easily to learn up this skill. To me, investment is a skill. So there's also a new trend called extremely early retirement. This guy, Jacob Lundfisker, he's a creator of the Early Retirement Extreme website, perhaps the best known advocate for retiring incredibly early in life. Extreme early retirement isn't for everyone. It's because you must willing to be weird, the weird one by doing things such as limiting your household food budget to maybe not owning a car, forgoing cable television or your so-called Netflix or whatsoever, and choosing a fancy wedding and a pricey honeymoon, skipping grad school unless you receive a full scholarship, and shunning expensive housing. And this guy, Jacob Lundfisker, he's staying in the San Francisco Bay Area. So if you know about San Francisco Bay Area, it's one of the most expensive place to stay in US. Even for that matter, he's only using like 7,000 USD per year. That's insane, isn't it? In San Francisco Bay Area, yeah, and you're only using 7,000 a year. By sacrificing a consumer-driven lifestyle, you may be able to amass a large amount of nest egg at a relatively young age to be able to retire very early, even at age 30 as Fisker did, and live off your investment income smart. So are you willing to give up that instant gratification like this guy did? And he's last before 30, he's retired. You know, his life just started. For many people, 30 years old, life have not even started yet. He's already retiring, right? So next is partial retirement now. Partial retirement is even more difficult according to this one. Is living a partially retired lifestyle is the most moderate approach, but perhaps the most trickiest to plan for financially. Because you have one foot in the work forever camp and one foot in the extreme early retirement camp. So your pool of potential job shrinks because 40 hours work week aren't for you, right? You don't want to work 40 hours a week. And you basically need a part-time job with a better than part-time pay. Part-time job with a better than part-time pay. So you can not only afford the work less now, but also save for the future. YouTubers can, but then they also fork out a lot of hard work doing editing and stuff like that. So do let us know if you find a job like that. You might achieve this goal through freelancing on your own schedule or by running or working for a location independent business that lets you combine work and travel, work and culinary school, work and volunteering, or work and wherever your vocation is. I've been following a lot of YouTubers where they really travel. For example, their hobby is actually caravanning. You know, the caravan, that is their hobby. And with this caravan, he start to become a influencer in this caravan niche. So everyone who wants to talk about caravan, you know, so that he will start to have his YouTube to interview around a caravaner, you know, around. So there's a lot of full-time caravaner around in US.
Caravan life is such a dream to me as well. Like
I
I
was
wish that
telling-
Malaysia has such a big role.
No, I was telling my
such-
husband, my next trip that's opening, definitely a caravan trip. So yeah, these are the things that people are doing. Partial retire, you know, doing YouTube, taking projects in as consultant based. There's a lot of things you can do while you're holidaying or vacationing as well. The retirement experience should be lived throughout life, not after retirement.
Yes, start your retirement today.
It might take some extra work and building passive income stream for the future, but doesn't need to wait 40 years to enjoy the benefit. Sink in this one, yeah. Just sink it in. I think it's very true.
Just to let all of you know, we are not those conventional financial hosts who tell you, oh, save your hard-earned money, save for 20 years, 30 years, then only you retire. No, we are a hybrid because we know how tough life is. Nothing is guaranteed for tomorrow, so why not retire early as well? But of course, we're just stating the true fact that if you want to really retire early, you got to sacrifice a lot as well. So are you willing to do that?
Exactly. But you can still enjoy. I want to travel while I'm young, make my schedule
Definitely.
fit what I want to do more than what others tell me to do. So you want me to do something you fit to my schedule and not me fitting to your schedule. Well, that is like a dream thing. And live my ideal life, you know. Yeah. It's like anywhere you're traveling, but you still could be able to just open your laptop and, you know, oh sorry, I have a jet lag here to wait for me and stuff like that. You know, it's nice to have this, yeah. But just get back to reality as well. You could do it, but you just take a lot of extra work, you know, to build yourself up. Like what Chanel said, build yourself, build your own branding, build your own niche is very important nowadays in order to do all this part-time retirement or part-time gigs and stuff like that. I think you need to build yourself.
Yeah,
So
and I
yeah.
have relatives who are planning to migrate, but you know, migrating to a new country is not easy. Yeah, so we also had a talk. Instead of just relying on a current job in Malaysia, why not just do side hustle online that is sustainable whenever you are and wherever you go? So, which they are doing right now, and they are doing quite good as well. It is really about how you spend the rest of the time. Like today, probably you're very busy with your work. You spend easily 8 to 12 hours a day on your full-time work. How about spending just 1 or 2 more hours every day, right, for your part-time? Is it possible? Or in fact, sacrifice your whole Saturday for it?
when we're doing the 60 days, me and Shana has a 60 days challenge, if you do not know, this is what we actually call our participants to do as well, right? Taking out just a little bit of your time, that's it.